This segment of the Chopin Podcast is brought to you by the Chopin Foundation of the United States, presenters of the National Chopin Competition in Miami, Florida, January 2025.
If you look up early 20th century pianist Raoul Kajalski's recording of Chopin's Nocturne Opus 9 No. 2 on the Pianophiles YouTube channel, you'll find one Mark Smith 3947 commenting, "Poor guy would get eliminated from the first round of a competition. Wonderful playing. But if Kajalski plays so wonderfully, why does our commenter think a jury would eliminate him?" Well, once you begin to listen, it should become clear, as von Kajalski showers the Nocturne with hundreds of extra notes not found in Chopin's score. No matter how spectacular the playing, your average jury member tends to act on principle in disqualifying any pianist whose interpretation runs deliberately counter to a composer's intentions. But it's more complicated than that. You see, Kajalski studied with Karol Mikuli, a prized pupil and teaching assistant of Chopin, and those extra notes Kajalski is heard adding to the E-flat Nocturne are ones Mikuli heard Chopin himself demonstrate while playing the piece. These elaborate ornaments are now codified in an alternate version of the Nocturne found in the new Polish National Edition edited by Jan Ekier, which is recommended to competitors of the International Chopin Competition in Warsaw. So it should follow that even a conservative-minded jury member of the International Chopin Competition in Warsaw would have to welcome a performance of Opus 9 No. 2 with Chopin's own elaborate decorations. And so if you are preparing for the Chopin competition next year, I hereby challenge you to program the alternate version of Opus 9 No. 2. Although the piece isn't on the list for the required first-round Nocturne performance, you could still add it to one of your solo programs if you made it to subsequent rounds. And if you're so bold, I dare you to add some of your own original and tasteful embellishments. It's what Chopin would have done, after all. Here's Kajalski from 1938. The performance you just heard represents a kind of lost school of bel canto piano playing, transmitted by pupils of Chopin and other 19th century musicians to pianists of the so-called 20th century golden age in the early recording era. It's a tradition rooted in an improvisatory mentality and encourages great liberty and individuality in performance. And you can discover many of the treasures of this era of piano playing on the Pianophiles YouTube channel, run by a specialist on historic piano recordings, Mark Ainley. You can also look forward to hearing from Mark as a guest on a future episode of the Chopin Podcast. Meanwhile, subscribe to the Pianophiles YouTube channel or follow the Pianophiles Facebook page to learn more about these incredible recordings. This episode has been brought to you by the Chopin Foundation of the United States. Established by Lady Blanka Rosenstiel in 1977, the Chopin Foundation has championed the music of Chopin and helped launch the careers of countless young American pianists for nearly a half-century. To support the Chopin Foundation, visit chopin.org/donate.